My name is Travis Tucker. You probably know that I am the Assistant Director of Leadership and LGBTQI Involvement in the Department of Campus Life, that I am the only full-time staff member with LGBTQI in my title, that I do inclusivity and LGBTQI trainings across campus, that I got married this past July in Graham Chapel, and that I have the world's best dog, a Boston Terrier named Reno. What you probably don't know is that my time at Washington University has been both wonderful and challenging, that I have struggled with instances of anxiety throughout my time, both at WashU and beyond, and that for me, my process of becoming one of the most out people on campus has been one where it really surprises me, even at times when it's happened. So at the age of 16, I really had a moment of crisis. And so in the moments of past, I always knew that I was different, and I never could really name it, really up until that point where I was laying in bed and really thinking through what it was that was bothering me and what was that difference. And so that difference was my queerness, and really was standing at the fork in the road where I was looking at one side of my life, which would be going down the road of queerness and LGBTQIA identity, and really the other side being a road of closetness. And so for me, as I was sitting there really thinking about which road I was going to go on, I was feeling a panic attack coming on. And the panic attack was coming from the fear of going down the road of authenticity. And I knew at that moment that at that time, it was not the right choice for me to go down the road of authenticity. It was really a time for me to be closeted. And so I chose that route, and really continued that through high school, graduated from high school, went to the University of Akron in Ohio, and found a great niche of friends, became a resident assistant, was an admissions tour guide, did a bunch of other student organizations and student groups while I was there, and really found my people. Throughout that time, while I was super involved, people would always ask, like, Travis, do you have like someone in your life? Are you dating anybody? I would always like swerve it no matter what, and I would always swerve it with, oh my God, I'm so busy. I have this going on. I have that going on. I can't, no possible way of dating anybody at the time. And so trying to just completely avoid the subject of, who I was dating or if I was having a relationship with someone. And that worked for me up until my senior year of college. And that's when I just had a moment of truth, kind of. I just recognized that I was alone. And that I was a person that should have had everything. I had the friends, I had, great work, I had good grades, like everything was going really, really great. But it still wasn't enough. And I just could not figure out why, through everything that was going on, through all this like happiness, that I was still sad. And trying to think through what that was, it was that thing that I was ignoring when I was 16, that I was queer. So at 22, I came out of the closet. And, as I was telling my friends, there was some folks that were really not surprised by me being gay, but there was also some folks that were. So after that, I really went through the process of owning my identities. And so for me, like after I came out, I knew it was pretty immediate that if I was going to be my full self, I was truly going to be my full self. And so got really involved in different LGBTQ issues and the graduate school that I was a part of. Then all of a sudden I landed a job where I got to really be the most out person on campus at Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. And it's been interesting in that, as queer people, we're constantly navigating who we're coming out to, right? We're coming out to family members, we're coming out to friends, we're coming out to coworkers, we're coming out to different people all the time, right? And what does that mean? Is that it can be very exhausting when we're constantly having to come out to people. But I find that in my position that people just assume that I'm not straight, so I don't have to really come out. And so what's really cool about that is that people will listen to me versus guessing what my identity is. The freedom that I've had over the last few years and being able to do that has been really great. And so after serving my time at my previous institution, I came to WashU in 2017 and have been here for the last 3 years. And it's been really wonderful. It's been so wonderful to work with so many outstanding students and to see students that are coming out so young, as early as 10, 11, 12, and being able to just own their identities in a way that just is beyond me. I just think it's really a sign of progress and, a sign of where I hope that our society continues to move around queer and trans identities and queer and trans people. So moving ahead, I think for me, one of the great things about life is that, having navigated my queerness, having navigated my blackness, having navigated being, married, I think it's really thinking about what are the next steps and what are those things that, as I continue moving forward through life, are going to pop up. And I think it's recognizing that for all of us, there are always going to be things that we always have to navigate no matter what. And that's okay. It doesn't matter how I get to kind of the end result. It's just really navigating whatever that end result is for me that is positive and happy. That's really all that matters. Authenticity is always key.